The 400 years between the Old and New Testaments, sometimes called the 400 years of silence, were actually explosive. Empires shifted, languages changed, and Judaism was reshaped. This is the first in a series where I'll give an overview of the intertestamental years between the book of Malachi and the book of Matthew. So let's back up to 538 BC. Recall that the Israelites were in exile in Babylon when, under the Persian Empire, under Cyrus, he sends them home. Jerusalem is rebuilt, the Second Temple stands, and worship recenters on Torah and festivals. It's a season of stability under a distant empire until Persian power fades on the horizon. And from the west, a young Macedonian king changes everything. Alexander blitzes the Near East, and Koine Greek becomes the language of daily life. Jewish thought now moves in a Greek world, and that's why the New Testament arrives in Greek. But Alexander dies young and his empire fractures. Under the Ptolemies, Judea enjoyed relative autonomy. Taxes paid, culture preserved. In Alexandria, the Torah is translated into Greek, the Septuagint, shaping how scripture is read in the first century, yet Egypt weakens. Syria seizes its chance at Panium, and the pressure on Judea rises. Seleucid control brings heavier demands, and after defeat by Rome, the empire squeezes harder. Under Antiochus IV, the high priesthood turns political. Jewish practices are banned and the temples desecrated. Outrage boils over. From the countryside, a family in Modin lights the spark of a revolt. Mattathias and Judas Maccabeus lead the guerrilla victories, restore worship, and rededicate the temple, now remembered as Hanukkah. The win fuels hopes for a delivered king and opens the door to Jewish self-rule. That independence hardens into a dynasty, the Hasmonean state. Jewish rule expands the borders and fuses priesthood with politics. Pharisees, Sadducees, and Essenes take shape, the factions we meet in the Gospels. But family rivalries and power plays invite outside help. Rome answers the call, bringing order, roads, and an iron fist. Pompey takes Jerusalem. Herod rebuilds the temple in dazzling stone while ruling as Rome's client king. Prefects like Pontius Pilate, tensions finally explode, and in AD 70 the temple falls. This is the world into which Jesus was born, and the stage on which the gospel unfolds. With the map set, we can now step into the Gospels and watch these forces collide around Jesus. So just to recap, the most important developments that emerged out of these 400 years include Koine Greek and the Septuagint, synagogue spread, priesthood was politicized, we received clearer teachings on angels, resurrection, and judgment, and perhaps the most importantly, Jesus redefined kingship. In the next video, I'll dive a little deeper into what life was like during each of these empires and how it shaped Christianity. Until then, have a blessed day.